My
Right.
education has been a mess, and then I dropped out of Oxford. Now I sing. Always, it's really. I think I feel a lot of guilt. I have a lot of guilt of privilege that why am I the one who was born in this, and why is there someone on the street who doesn't have anything? My dream collaboration in my life, if you ask me, is Eminem. I love Slim Shady. I love Eminem. There's Post Malone. There's so many cool people. So many cool. Collaborating with Blackpink eventually would be amazing. Uh,
Ooh, they're the
it would just
hottest right
it
now.
would just be it would just be cool to see how they work. Like it would just be fascinating. So I toured India last year. I toured home last year. It
Hmm.
was one of the best experiences of my life. The fans and the love, and it's amazing.
Also, now I'm going to talk to you from like a little bit of Indian music perspective, right? Like,
Yeah,
and here sort of collaborations are not seen as in the same light as it's seen
yeah,
outside of India, right? People are always like wary of, do they want to
yeah,
collaborate, or what kind of people
yeah,
they want to collaborate. And here you have, and you have in the past also collaborated, and here you have collaborated with two very
yeah,
different people. One is Arpan Kumar Chandel, who has his own fan following. He's known as
yeah.
King. Then you have Rahul Sath, who's the producer. I mean, what is it that you feel about collaborations that other people are probably still wary about?
Collaborations are amazing, super important. Personally, for my growth as an artist, it's been super
Mhm.
important. So, whether that has been with someone like a Sean Kingston for Day Goes By, or whether that's been
Yeah,
with someone like a King for Let There Be Love Hindi remix, the way it has evolved me as an artist, because you learn so much about the other person's process,
yeah,
and you learn how important it is to have a shared vision, and there are just certain things that you learn from other artists. um,
yeah,
Also, there are two creative minds working, not just one. So obviously there's
right.
that much more potential to come up with something beautiful. Also, you'll end up making some really good friends on the way, and people who support you. I will always support King will always support me. Sean and I are really good friends. We will always support each other. So it's nice to know people in the industry on a deeper level also. We're friends now. Rahul and I, we support each other. We'll 100% work together in the future again. So collaborations are really important, and I think there's really nothing to be wary of. I think what's the worst? It won't work out. You won't get along with the person, and then that's it. You say you tried and you part ways. But the advantages of good collaboration forget about advantages. The amount you learn and the amount of fun you have with a good
Yeah,
collaboration is worth any sort of failure, if at all.
yeah. Is there an artist that you are actually like looking forward to collaborate with post this?
My dream collaboration in my life, if you ask me, is Eminem. I love Slim Shady. I love Eminem. Uh, but
Ooh,
uh, but there's so many people who are up and coming who I would love to collaborate with. Um, I can name many people. Uh, Jeezy, hopefully in the future. Uh, Khalid, DJ Khalid, different. Khalid, different.
yeah.
So many people out there. So many upcoming people who are very cool. Doing some really cool. Juice World, I would love to collaborate with Juice World. There's Post Malone. There's so many cool people. So many cool. Collaborating with Blackpink eventually would be amazing. Uh,
Ooh, they're the
it would just
hottest right
it
now.
would just be it would just be cool to see how they work. Like it would just be fascinating. Like how does that band work? It would be amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyone, amazing producers and songwriters as well. So it's exciting stuff.
So, I mean, because of the pandemic and the lockdown, people have been also not sure how the live performance
Yeah.
is going to get affected. It's already at a standstill. What are your hopes for it? How do you feel that would change or not change in the coming time?
So I toured India last year. I toured home last year. It
Hmm.
was one of the best experiences of my life. The fans and the love, and it's amazing. Being on tour and
Yeah,
being on stage is amazing. I really miss it. I hope that it goes back to normal. Virtually is fun as well, but it's just not the same. It can't be the same. It's not.
hmm.
You need to have that interaction. My hope is that eventually there may be concerts with social distancing, maybe, where you're a couple feet apart, but you can still come to a live concert. I mean,
Yeah,
that'll be better than what it is right now. Um, But yeah, a huge part of our careers as artists, musicians is touring. So without that
Yeah.
element, it is a bit, it is a bit, I wouldn't say sad, but it's you want it to come back. You want it to be possible again.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not as wholesome as live
yeah, exactly. That's the
performance would be.
word. That's the word.
Yeah.
It doesn't, you don't feel like you feel like an artist, but you feel like a big part of you is missing when you can't be on stage. Um, because I've toured and I've, it's been, like I said, it's been one of the best experiences of my life. So I hope that, and it's so many people's income as well. We make money off it as well. And so it's an entire industry by itself. People in production make money, their employees there,
Hmm.
it's a big business in itself. So
True.
I hope it gets back to normal eventually, and maybe a stepping stone is hopefully maybe there can be concerts with social distancing. I don't know. I hope so. But
Yeah.
fingers crossed, hoping for the best. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. There's more to Ananya. Like, and I know I don't know of any interview that has not spoken about it. Uh, so we should too, which is your other initiative that was Swatantra, the microfinancing company that you had, the initiative that you had started. Tell us more about it because I feel like people like me who have not heard about it until I started researching.
Yeah. I appreciate that. So Swatantra is a business I started when I was 17.
Yeah.
I was driving back from high school, and like I did with dropping out of Oxford, I was like, Mom, I want to start a microfinance company. She said, What is microfinance? And that was it. I started a company after that. That's basically how it started. We ba-
Wow.
so when it started, we basically give small loans to women in rural India and
Right.
semi-urban India to start their own businesses, because I
Yeah.
truly think that financial freedom and financial independence can give a woman a lot of power and empowerment in a family.
Mm.
And that was the basic idea of why I started what I started. And now, of course, we also are into housing, so we provide home loans to these women, to
Right.
families, insurance, many different products. So now it's become like a financial technology company. But the entire idea is, so to give you a quick example, when I first started, this is 10,000 rupees I'm talking about. We
Hmm.
gave this one client 10,000 rupees to start her own salon
Yeah.
in Vada, which is about 4 hours, 3 hours away from Bombay. And I used to drive there thrice or four times a week, back and forth every day.
Mm.
So she used that money, and 80% of the money has to be used for the business. Otherwise, you can't just spend it on your daughter or your son's wedding. So there
Yeah.
was one chair, and it was the only salon in the area. So there was one chair, and there was one mirror, and a few clients used to come. After one loan cycle, so after 1 year, there were two chairs, and she was still one person, and more people started coming. I went recently, so after about 4 years, and now it's like the space is tripled. She's employed three more women, and her income has increased so much that now she's supporting her husband, her mother-in-law, her husband's mom, and her daughter's education as well. So
Wow.
it's insane how just rupees, it's all relative, but 10,000 rupees can do so much to a woman's
For
life in rural
somebody.
India. And I've
Yeah.
seen that with my own eyes. And this is just one woman's story. We've reached out now. We're in 18,000 villages across
Hmm.
all of India. And I started this when I was 17. So it's been about 8 years now.
Right.
And Swatantra in itself is touching $1 billion. And I remember I couldn't even, the first to lend 10,000 rupees was getting tough because I was only 17. And of course, no one was able to take me seriously and all of that stuff. And I was fighting
Right.
against you know, so it's been a beautiful journey. And that's what Swatantra is about, basically. It's about wanting to provide freedom to people.
Right. But Ananya, like, to be honest, there are a lot of 30 years old who do not completely, and me included, who do not understand exactly how banks work or banking
Yeah.
works. And for you to be able to understand microfinancing, how did that come about? Like, was it a result of the dinner table conversations you guys used to have, or what was so different that you were able to sort of, or what was the process of you sort of understanding, like how this would even work out?
I remember there was a microfinance organization at American School where I was for 2 years before I
Oh, wow.
homeschooled before Oxford. My
Right.
education has been a little mess, and then I dropped out of Oxford. Now I sing. It's I'm an odd boy.
Amazing.
It worked
And
out though.
that's not amazing. Of course. And
Uh,
how beautifully.
so I appreciate that. So Yeah, there was a microfinance organization at college. No, sorry, not college, at American school. And I think I learned about microfinance through that. And
Mm-hmm.
then I love to read. I research a lot of nonsense stuff. So I must
Mm-hmm.
have been researching about microfinance um, and I think I love startups and I love the idea that I love the fact that you can start with just an idea and it can become into something so beautiful.
Yeah.
And while growing up, it's really, I think I feel a lot of guilt. I have a lot of guilt of privilege that why am I the one who was born in this, and why is there someone on the street who doesn't have anything? Couldn't
Yeah.
understand it. Beginning to come to terms with it now, I'm much better with it. But while growing up, it was very tough for me to fathom. There was a lot of guilt I personally used to feel. It was self-imposed, but I still used to feel it.
Yeah.
So giving back was always a way of me saying, maybe this is why I've been born in. You don't choose where you're born, right? So giving back was always
Yeah.
a way of saying, hey, maybe this is why I was born in this. It was me giving myself a reason.
Hmm.
That's how the whole thing started.
Beautiful. Brilliant. Well, all the best for your not only Let There Be Love, but the other single that you're dropping soon, and thousands of more, which are definitely going to make to the hit list all around the globe.
Thank
And
you. I
thank you so
really
much for coming in here.
thank you for your time.